What is going on? We have FOMC in 15 minutes. Today I'm going to be trading that on 3 accounts, 2 Apex and 1 MyFunded Futures. Basically, what I'm thinking for this is I honestly want to see us come all the way up to this daily gap up here. This has been edged twice, and we have then relative equal highs here. And so I think there's strong initiative for us to go higher here on FOMC. Right now I'm pretty much looking at, this is an hourly order block here that we've been holding. And then we've been respecting, obviously, this here. We have news low here from the FOMC statement that came out 15 minutes ago. And right now I'm pretty much just looking at this right here. This might even be a potential long. But I have the highest time frame gaps on this leg marked out here and here. Might go ahead and get in on this. Go for a 1-to-1. And then this is just pretty much, just a low leverage trade on the MyFunded Futures. Definitely want to get some progress on those today. I think that should hit, and then we'll reassess for the FOMC press conference in 14 minutes. I want to see this gap remain mostly open with the amount of volatility we have, so I'm going to move this stop up a little bit. But I'm going to move this down slightly just in case we edge the high. Something small, but I think it should deliver. Might go break even now. I don't want to see the price come back down here. It's okay if this is a break even trade. But basically, I'm going to be managing 2 Apex accounts over here, as well as 2 more on my laptop down below that you can't see. I'm going to be managing 5 accounts in total. 2 will be copied here, 2 will be copied on the other Apex, and then this is the MyFunded Futures. But yeah, it's a break-even trade there. It's okay. Looks like we're going to return down here. And we have this 2 minute that's about inverse, and that should take us to probably this low inside this gap. Should take us at least there if it inverses. Which, yeah, it's going to. And apart from that, we have an unfilled 5-minute gap down here, which is a potential draw. So, for instance, if this 3-minute were to be inversed, then I would expect the next draw to be the unfilled 5-minute gap. But since this 2-minute was just inversed, where's the next draw? The low that was just taken inside this old gap. So that's kind of how the logic works there, and it works really well. So now, since that draw was taken, there's no trade to be taken if this candle closes, making this an inversion, because the draw was already met. So pretty much, this is break-even trade. Pretty much, if I wanted to take a trade to the 5 minute, then we would have to look at this 3 minute getting invalidated. But now, since this low is taken, what can we have our eyes on next? The next highest time frame gap on the leg, which right now in this case is this 1 minute right here, which overlaps perfectly with the other one, not by coincidence. Or sorry, no, it doesn't. Or yes, it does. Yeah, that 1 minute right there. And then where would I target next? I would target just the next high. And then obviously we gotta watch ES for SMTs. Which we do have one at this low now. But I'm gonna get rid of a couple gaps here. We don't need this 5 minute anymore. And then this is the 1 hour. This is a 1 hour gap here. That if price closes above, I would expect it to stay higher, but we're not actually going to know because the press conference is at 2:30 and not 3. So, but now since FOMC is opening in 7 minutes, obviously I'm not going to take any sort of trade before, unless I wanted to gamble it. For instance, I would not take this 3 minute because FOMC is going to be so volatile. And at first, not much is going to be happening, but then it's going to go really quick, and I think we're going to go higher. But the apex, to make things clear, the apex are basically going to be kind of a gamble pass to, in a way, just get them out of the way. Basically, you buy apex accounts. I bought them on discount. I got them $30 an account with the intention of just trying to pass them really quick. But I'm not going to take anything stupid on the my funded futures. But the apex, we're gonna leverage them pretty high. So this is a trade I would take if FOMC wasn't about to come out. We have this 3 minute inversion. Stop would go there, and then we'd go break even at the unfilled 5 minute, and then we'd have our full TP probably down at the order block level opening price. would be a trade I would be interested in if we didn't have FOMC. But yeah, watch this play out. I think it will. But people say December, like some people are saying, oh, I'm not trading this December, not doing this, not doing that, not doing that. But so far, from what I've seen, price action this December almost every day has been very clean, especially this morning and the day before. It's been very clean. And the people who don't want to trade December don't want to talk about that. But I feel like if your setup presents itself and it's A plus, even if you're skeptical in the month of December, I feel like you should take it every time. So our 5 minute break even point is just about to get hit. Okay, for the apex, kind of thinking I should stay on a higher time frame to manage it better. So we'll go on the 15 minute. So yeah, I want price to come up here. But as you can see, by now we'd be break even, and full TP would have just hit. So it's frustrating for sure because it's like, why couldn't I have just taken that trade? You know, I knew it was gonna play out, and it did, and it's like I just missed out on free money. But you know, that's just how it is sometimes. So if my bias were going to flip bearish for FOMC, this 5 minute gap would need to be closed below, which we'll see. And then we have this down here, and this would be the break-even point, for example. But the highest time frame gap of the leg we do have this inversion, old inversion now too. Let's move this gap out of the way, and then let's mark this one as an inversion. So this point right here is very, now we just took this low, which we created SMT here. So now, if I wanted price to go back to the upside, I would say, okay, what's the highest time frame gap on this leg? And in this case, it is the 5 minute. So 5 minute right there, right up above. Okay, FOMC press conference is happening now. So I expect higher prices, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna be ready to buy. See what price wants to give us. So depending how we treat the gap down below and then the gap up above is what I'm gonna do with the trade. I do want to see price go higher. I'm gonna go ahead and get in here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, made $600 on both of my friend's Apex accounts that I'm managing for him, and then I made 200 on mine. I think 10 contracts is a little too much. I do think this is gonna go higher, especially if we get this close. I think it's just going higher. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna get in on.
Order filled.
confused what's happening right now. All right, so we got this 5-minute candle close. I'm just gonna expect that we come all the way up here. Okay. I'm long on all accounts. I don't know if I poorly. All right, I'm gonna close there. Yeah, I think I blew to the Apex accounts. Oh well. It's just too much slippage. But 300 on the my funded futures. This candle close, I almost want to hold it, look for one more re-entry, because we're going to come down a little bit here. We're now it's hard to know what prices wants to do. Yeah, those accounts are gone. We're going to get a pretty big move soon. Currently interested in this 3-minute. All right, I'm done trading on the my funded futures. Not taking any more on there. We'll keep it open for charting, but now we're going to focus on these two Apex, which I'm pretty sure I got super close to the max loss limit. I don't know, the price fluctuations were crazy. And then I blew the other two, so unfortunately. If we get this, I guess I'll keep this chart open. So guys can see it. Okay, if we get this 2-minute, if we get a flip on this candle, oh, I don't know what that was. Alright, we might be getting something here. This 3 and 5 minute inverses, I might go short. Remember, we're just gamble passing the Apex accounts. I think I'm going to short here. Brutal entry point. Very brutal entry point. Very brutal. But I was probably liquidity. I was expecting things to happen a lot quicker, like last FOMC. So I got in at that point prematurely because I thought it was just going to flush lower so fast, which happens really suddenly with FOMC. But we'll see what happens with this. It's hard to know. We also have the old news low right below. I'm going to move this up a little bit. We have the statement news below. And then we have obviously those further lows. this flips and we get this inverse to the upside, then I'm full porting longs. Wow, that was very close. It's one tick away. It's gonna hit it, but it's alright. We'll bang some longs. I don't know what the maximum loss limit on these accounts are. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna get in long in a moment, and we're gonna be done trading these. Can't trade them anymore. Gonna blow the accounts. All right, this is it. This is literally it. They're either gone or they're past here. So doesn't look like a great reaction, but you know, whatever happens, happens now. I think longs look solid now, especially on the 5 minutes. Not the 5 minute, the 3 minute. I don't have the 3 minute on here. On NASDAQ to the left, you can see, or on TradingView. But yeah, I'm holding this. I have no idea if we're going to get some drastic move like most FOMCs. This could be the gist of it. Get in 2 more contracts there. Yeah, these accounts might disintegrate any minute now. You can see on the bottom right here. Let's get a push. I also have to make up from that loss a minute ago, so hopefully we really start to push higher now. Let's make sure we have our take profit up at a good place. We do. I just want to go here. Actually, we'll go at just below, just because that might be a rejection block. Alright, so I'm gonna be interested in closing soon. Move this up a little bit. Could have got in on the my funded futures on this inversion right here. Get in right on top of that candle and then go break even here, and then we'd already be just about at break even, and then full TP up at that daily gap I was talking about. Could have done that, should have done that, but it's hard enough managing already 2 accounts on here, so almost want to trail the stop. Alright, I'm gonna start moving quick here. Go break even. Actually, no, I don't want to go break even just yet. Alright, now I gotta decide if I want to stay in or get out. I think I'm gonna stay. Just gotta check up on the 1 hour chart, see if it's looking high probability that we do. I think we do. I think we do go to those highs up there. I think it's almost inevitable. I mean, I don't want to say that and get destroyed, but let's do it. Let's do it. Let's hope we get one more push. It's tempting to close, but just a little bit more. All right. I think we do get this. I'm going to hold it. If we check out, yeah, I think it's almost imperative that we go to this high and then this daily gap on the far left of my screen there. We're so close. Might trail heavily now. I'm going to get out there. Okay, so we made $800 on both of the Apex accounts. What? Why is an account still in? I'm not sure why an account is still in. Okay, we're out on both. I'm not sure what that was. So yeah, if we come back to the chart here, we have these stacked highs above, which we're going to run, and we have the daily gap above. So that was the bias for this long, and our confirmation for entry was this 3-minute inversion right here. Means stop build. Bro, I'm in an account and I can't get rid of it. I don't know what that was about. Could have lost the account. Yeah, I'm out now. I don't know why. Gotta make sure there's no orders on the chart for either. There's not. But okay, looks like we just edge that high. So now we have even more levels to run. So it's gonna dip down a little bit, and then it might give us one more entry. It might even take on a my funded futures if we get some sort of 1 minute inversion back to the upside. That would be a good trade to take on here, and I think I will do that. But yeah, the Apex, we're up $800 on all of them now. I don't know what the amount is to pass, but yeah, and unfortunately, my friends' Apex accounts are gone. When I'm managing all those at once, and there were 10 contracts on there, like every little tick is hundreds of dollars in difference, and um, I'm able to close one or the other. I'm lucky that these didn't get blown, but unfortunately for my friend, they're gone. Well, oh well. But so now I'm just looking at that 1 minute to take back to the upside. If we could even tap into this 5 minute first, that would be nice, but we might not do that. I'm taking this if we get it though. Taking this here. This is textbook. At this point, I might hold to the daily gap. Go break even at this high here. We'll probably get one more resweep, but we'll see. S&P to the left there. We're going to break even. And if this hits, it hits. If it does not, then oh well. Might move the final to there just because I just want to not be too greedy with it. Let's take my piece of the pie. It's a 1R trade, 1 to 1.3. I'll probably get break even, but that's okay. I don't want this next candle to flip bullish if this is actually going to hit. And if this doesn't, I'm done for the day. Break even. Okay. So that'll probably still go to liver, but, you know, it doesn't have to, which was what break even is for. So, pretty good day. Up 1,600 on the Apex and up 400 on the My Funded Futures. So $2,000 FOMC trading day in general. This will probably go deliver now that we might take one more shot at this. Yeah. Put in this order block here. Oh, I did not mean to get on S&P. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to get out on S&P when NQ takes the high. So now we have a 30-second order block delivering out of an inversion right here. So this is a good trade entry. As soon as NASDAQ takes the high, I'm out, though. Okay, we're going to break even already. All right, break even. We're done for the day. $2,000 on the day. Happy about it. Walking away. What I will say though is that I think we're gonna go absolutely take these highs, kind of come up in this daily gap, and then maybe rebalance a little bit over the next couple days. But that is not to be traded. So thank you for watching if you did. And we'll be back at it tomorrow.